what's up, boys and girls? It's your girl Brandy coming at you again with another video. And this week we're doing another cosplay con story time video of sorts. I'm in my Among Us cosplay. I figured it was appropriate that I make a video about conventions because everybody's forgotten what they are by this point. Damn you, COVID. Anyways, so this video, it's technically not even at the convention, but it is a story that happened at PAX East a couple years ago. And this is the story of the dreaded Yotel. So it was, I want to say, PAX 3 years ago. I booked the hotel room for me and my friends and everything, and we were staying at this place called the Yotel. Now, at the time, I had never heard of the Yotel. They had just opened it in Boston. It was a new hotel, so I'd never stayed there before, and all the other hotels were booked, and this one was like a little bit cheaper than the other ones, so I was like, you know what, we'll give it a shot, let's go. The pictures look nice, the rooms look nice, everything looked good, so I was like, okay, cool, book the hotel. So it's Thursday morning, super early in the day, and I get to Boston. I drove in by myself. I was the first one there. My other friends were not arriving till later, so I was like, you know what, I'll get in, I'll get the hotel set up, so then when everyone gets here later in the day, they can just come and chill and everything's good. So I go inside, you know, bring my bags in, they check me in, I do all that stuff. I go up to the room. Everything in the hotel looks like super high tech. It's like, I guess, some sort of Japanese style hotel. Didn't realize that, which is kind of cool. Everything looks super high tech, really fancy, so I'm like excited. So I get up to the room, okay, and I open the door and I look in. A huge, just like, sigh of regret came over me, because the second I opened the door, I looked in and I seriously, I looked around and I was like, where's the rest of my room? I didn't realize this, but the Yotel is a micro hotel. Do you not know what a micro hotel is? Because I didn't know what it was until that day. Apparently, micro hotels are these really small, rinky-dink, almost pod-like rooms that are only meant to fit 1 or 2 people. And that's what I booked for me and my 4 friends. So I instantly looked at the room and I was like, what the fuck? What am I gonna do here? Like, how am I gonna tell everybody that this is the room I booked? Because none of them knew that either. Like, they made it very non-apparent on their website that this was a micro hotel that was meant for like 1 or 2 people in a room, not 4. Also, why would you put a hotel like that on the PAX website when you know damn well we pack in 4 to 6 people in a room? Don't be fretting. You know what's up. So the room was small. However, that wasn't the worst part of it. The bathroom. So the room itself, the only way you could walk through it was by folding the bed up against the wall, because the bed came down and there's about this much space between the bed and the wall in front. That's about how small it was, okay? Put in retrospect. So you can walk past that and you get to the bathroom, which is a glass box with a curtain. So a curtain divides the bathroom from the rest of the room, okay? And the toilet is in a glass box next to the shower in another glass box. And when I say glass, I don't mean like fog tinted glass. I mean clear as clear glass box. So nobody can be brushing their teeth at the tiny little rinky-dink sink, going to the bathroom, or taking a shower at the same time, unless you all want to watch each other. And the fact that a curtain divided it means that every sound you made in the bathroom, the rest of the room would hear and smell. So I was like, okay, I am rooming with 4 men this weekend. I guess I'm not going to the bathroom anytime soon. Nor am I showering unless everybody is out of the room. So, needless to say, I freaked. I had a full-blown panic attack. I was freaking out. I started crying. I didn't know what to do. I called up my best friend, he was gonna be there later. So I called him up and I was like talking to him. And I was crying on the phone, and he was like calming me down. He's like, it's gonna be okay, everything's fine. He's like, why don't you just talk to the people at the front desk, see what they can do. That there was like a misunderstanding or something, see what can be done. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna try to calm down. I'm gonna compose myself. I'm gonna go downstairs. So I was like, okay. So I go downstairs, and I go to the front desk, and I go to the lady, and I go, okay, nowhere on your website did you explain that this is a micro hotel. It was not on there at all. I looked at the pictures of the rooms. They look big on your website. They do not look like little tiny miniature rooms. And she was like, well, the rooms are meant for a more intimate setting. They're only meant to be like 1 or 2 people, preferably a couple, because of how intimate they are. I'm like, no, really? You don't even have fucking doors on the bathroom. You think it's intimate? What the hell is that? And the lady was like, I'm sorry, I don't know what we can do for you. I was like, do you at least have a room that has doors on your fucking bathroom? Because I'd like that. And she's like, no, we don't have that. I'm sorry, that's the style of our hotel. We don't have doors on any of our bathrooms. It's all just curtains. And I'm like, what the fuck? Who the fuck does that? Even if I was with my boyfriend, well, at the time I was single, but if I was with my boyfriend, I want a door to the bathroom. I don't want a fucking curtain. I don't want you to hear me going to the bathroom regardless of what I'm doing in there. Like, how is that? What? I didn't understand it. So I'm like getting frustrated, getting upset, trying to contain my composure. And I'm like, okay, is there anything you can do for me? I'm like, I am literally sharing a room with 4 people, like all males. So she looks at me and she's like, well, we can have, I was like, do you have a bigger room that we can like move to? Because what the fuck, like this is ridiculous. And she's like, well, we can have you get a second room if you want, that way you guys can split up so it's not quite so many. And I was like, oh? And she was like, yeah, that'll be an extra like $850 though for the weekend. I was like, bitch, do I look like I have an extra $850 for the weekend? Are you nuts? I was like, I thought you were gonna give me a second room, not just be like, oh, you could pay for another one. Bitch, I could have came up with that idea. So now I'm getting even more frustrated. And I'm like, what do you expect me to do here then? Like, you guys had false advertising, and I'm very disappointed in what I'm seeing. And I was like, and what the heck do you think I'm supposed to do rooming with so many males? And she's like, well, maybe you could just ask them to leave the room whenever you have to get changed or you have to go to the bathroom. And I'm like, no, really, bitch. I could ask them to leave? Thank you so much for being extremely helpful. No, honestly, I was getting so anxious at this point that I started like getting ready to cry again. And I was like, I don't want to cry in front of this lady. So I was like, you know what, fuck it. And I just like walked away from her because there was nothing else. Like, she was not helping me at all. There was nothing she was doing that was making the situation better. So I was like, you know what, fuck it. So I walked away from her. And one of the people that I was rooming at ended up showing up at that, like, almost that exact time. So him and I went up to the room. I, like, calmed down a little bit, got me water and shit so I didn't freak out again. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna go to the con. I'm already, like, an hour and a half late because I've had to deal with this bullshit. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. So I ended up just walking to the con, and I immediately saw, like, new BioShock merch that I hadn't bought. So my mood went way up from there, and I was like, you know what? We're gonna make the best of this. It's whatever. And we did. We ended up having an amazing weekend regardless. My friends made the room fun, even though it sucked. Like, the hotel, again, was nice, but it's not meant for a convention weekend. It's meant for, like, nothing. It's meant for nothing. It's a horrible idea for a hotel. I don't know who came up with that. But either way, that is my con story of the Yotel, which was a fucking nightmare. And now every time I hear the word Yotel, I get like horrible like PTSD flashback memories. But yeah, so that was a something. But either way, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll try to come up with a couple more con videos because I definitely have ideas and stories that I haven't told you guys yet. So I'm definitely going to come up with more of those. And hopefully conventions have a possibility of happening next year. So I have new content for you guys as well, because I miss making my cosplay videos for you guys so damn much. But until next time, peace out and fair winds, my dudes. I love you guys, and I'll see you next week with another new video. Bye, guys!